Teachers, what's the most unfair accusation you've gotten from colleagues? My principal just called me into his office because other teachers think I'm bullying a student. They've been watching me give Marcus detention every single day for 3 months. You're targeting him unfairly, they said. It's excessive. The guidance counselor pulled me aside last week, asking if I had some personal vendetta against this kid. She's like, Marcus seems like a good student. Why are you always punishing him? During the last faculty meeting, Mrs. Peterson actually stood up and said, we need to discuss Ms. Johnson's classroom management. She's clearly singling out one student. The whole room went quiet and everyone stared at me like I was some kind of monster. Even the janitor started giving me dirty looks when he'd see Marcus staying after class again. But here's what they don't see. I noticed Marcus falling asleep in class every day, around 11 a.m. At first, I thought he was just being disrespectful. But then I watched closer. His hands would shake during tests, and he'd stare at other kids' lunches like he was memorizing them. One day, I found him sitting alone in the hallway during lunch while everyone else was in the cafeteria. When I asked why he wasn't eating, he got defensive and said he wasn't hungry. But I could see his uniform hanging loose on his frame, getting bigger every week. That's when I realized Marcus wasn't being disrespectful. He was starving. So I became the meanest teacher ever. I started giving him detention every lunch period, making a big show of it in front of other students. Marcus, you're staying after for disrupting class. Again, he'd roll his eyes and act annoyed, but I could see the relief. During detention, I'd order 2 lunches from the teacher's lounge and claim I accidentally got extra food. Well, since you're stuck here anyway, help me finish this sandwich. I hate wasting food. At first, Marcus would barely eat half, always asking if I was sure I didn't want it. But slowly, he started finishing entire meals. Then, I escalated my punishments. Saturday, detention meant taking him grocery shopping. Since you're in trouble, you're helping me meal prep for the week. Carry these bags. I'd buy way more than I needed and send him home with leftover groceries. Take these to your mom. Tell her it's part of your community service. Other teachers started talking. Why is Marcus always in trouble in your class? They thought I was picking on him. But Marcus was gaining weight, his grades improved, he started participating in discussions. The truth came out during parent-teacher conferences. Marcus's mom pulled me aside looking embarrassed. She said, I don't know what Marcus did to deserve all these punishments, but thank you. We've been struggling since his dad left, and those community service projects where he brings home groceries have been feeding our whole family. That's when the principal, who was listening nearby, finally understood. Now other teachers ask me about my innovative detention methods. Marcus graduated with honors last month, and at the ceremony, he handed me a card that said, thank you for being mean to me every day. You taught me that sometimes the strictest teachers are the ones who care the most. Best detention ever.